Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwahn and welcome to the channel. We have some more reaction content for you, and today we are checking out Sands of Ora. Now, this game was first showed off at E3 in the summer of gaming last year in 2021. Wait, there wasn't an E3 no, there wasn't an E3 this year. Anyway, that aside, and then we're going to move forward into the trailers that were shown off this year. This game releases very, very soon. It releases towards the end of October. It is available in early access right now, so if you did want to play it after watching this video, you do have the opportunity to do so. But we're going to take a look at this game from when it was first shown off to where it's at currently. This game, when you look at it, it definitely looks like a Diablo clone, an isometric action RPG, but the Steam page also has the little tag Souls-like on it, and I feel like the Souls-like Soulsian genre has gotten a little muddled, a little gray, a little varied, and some things are just like given that tag in the hopes of that it gets them additional sales rather than because it's genuinely applicable. Some games definitely just, adapt Soulsian mechanics, and you can still call them a Soulsian game. I don't know where this one's going to land. We'll find out, but I just wanted to give you a little idea of what we're getting into. So let's go all the way back to June of 2021 and take a look at the initial reveal of Sands of Ora and move forward to today. Oh, it's quiet. A world buried beneath a sea of sand by a something god. Tombed god, is that what it said? Track down the emergent evil and destroy it. Souls-like action RPG combat. Bolster yourself with magical gear. Wait a minute, hold on. One, that's a little loud for me. And two, did you see what look at this character? They're so cute. Are we a child? Maybe. I don't know. We're over here like, you're so cute. And the main character's like, don't patronize me. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to. Okay, so then we're going to go from E3 of last year to the official trailer at Gamescom of 2021. So this is going into August. Give me some volume.
Talamel is in its twilight. The sands have buried its kingdoms. Corruption unburies its subjects. From such bountiful seeds, this world has reaped only entropy, chaos, and night. And though the secrets of Talamel's ruination are entombed below the sea of sand, it's a truth that will not rest.
Okay. We're just a baby. I don't think we're actually a child. I think that's just the art direction for it. Island systems, a probable DLC. It could be. It can also be part of the idea of how they were going to do early access of that. That way they can release an island, and that island is the what's currently available in the early access. And then when they get another island done, they can put that out into the early access. So you're doing it in chunks. One thing about this though is that it definitely, when you first glance at it, makes you think of an isometric action RPG like Diablo or Torchlight or Grim Dawn. But you definitely see like kind of the inspiration that's in there from Soulsians in terms of like the way that you dodge around and stuff like that. But they kind of kept a little bit of the blood of both sides because of like the damage numbers that pop up when you were hitting enemies. People are trying to adapt Soulsians to a lot of different uh, general styles. This isn't the first isometric action RPG that is trying to be a Soulsian game. We've seen them in the past. I think one of the very first ones was called like Titan Souls, I think is what it was called. And then even some more recent entries like Death's Door is definitely the foundation of its design and style is a Soulsian style game. So it's interesting to see people take the thing that people loved so much about these really high risk RPGs from like Dark Souls and Bloodborne and Neo and The Surge, and just seeing where else they can fit that kind of high risk, high reward, where you get that level of satisfaction from overcoming those challenges. So this is just more of that.
This world has reaped only entropy, chaos, and night. And though the secrets of Talamel's ruination are
This is very similar to the last one. This is technically a different trailer. This is the early access trailer. It's slightly shorter, but I think it's just a different cut of what we saw before being used as the early access announcement. Yeah, very, very similar stuff. Oh, am I wrong? Oh, it went into early access in October. I misread this on the Steam page. I thought it released later this month. It does not. I don't know if we know when it releases. Maybe one of these other trailers will tell us. So this is the early access launch trailer that came out in October, on October 21st in 2021. I don't expect a whole lot different from what we just saw, but we'll go ahead and take a peek, and then we get to jump forward about a year to the Summer of Gaming trailer that, from this June in 2022. Welcome in, Real. Yeah, this is all stuff we've seen in the last handful of trailers. Okay, and then they didn't really have anything. I was going through their YouTube page and looking to see if they had anything else, because this is from their official actual YouTube channel. And then we move into the Summer of Gaming today. I don't know if this will have a release date in it, but maybe we'll at least get a better idea, because they would have been in early access for 8 months at that point in time. I hope we get to see more in this.
The sands have buried its kingdoms.
Because they did reuse a lot of the same shots, and they're using a lot of the same ones here. They might be really small, and so they're just trying to really get value out of what they already prepared. Yeah, see a new island. Okay, now we're seeing some new stuff, but this is the new stuff that comes with this update. The Wilgrim twins. Twin Thorns, available now. Okay, so Athena, you were saying that a new island is actually releasing tomorrow. For the sake of context, we are recording this on October 2nd, so that would mean that on October 3rd is when this is being brought out. At least this new, the new island that Athena is mentioning. So our current timeline projects a full release in 2023, but of course this is tentative. Okay, so you are able to purchase the game at this point in time for $25. But it is going to go up when the game fully launches into 1.0. That's pretty standard, I feel like, now for most early access games for them to do that. It'll probably go up to $30. I'm always surprised if the launch price is too significantly more than than what the early access price is. Sometimes it's a lot more, and that's always like really, really jarring. But the general quality of the product and presentation is pretty good. Maybe this is the entire game, could be. The new update sounds almost like a 7 Days to Die, where you have to fortify a base against a horde and then find the source of the monsters and destroy it. Main game reminds me of Diablo a little. I mean, definitely with the way that they're talking about like this emerged evil and how you must conquer it and remove it and stuff like that. It's definitely got, you know, Diablo has risen vibes, but you know, with their own take and spin on it, with a genuine Soulsian base of foundation for the way the gameplay works. So that's perfectly fine. I can't, you know, with these smaller Soulsian projects, it's always a struggle because most of the time they are quite quaint when it comes to their size. And I don't mean that in a bad way. It's just that when you hit something that's really good, and I feel like this has the potential to be really good just because it has this really strong visual style, and I feel like isometric action RPGs actually rend really well to the Soulsian design of gameplay because you can see a lot more. It's kind of like, if it makes me also think of like MMOs, World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy 14 and stuff, where if it was a single player game and you're able to see the entire raid room at the time and being able to dodge out of the fire zones and stuff like that while having your own ability to fight back instead of relying on a group of, you know, somewhere between 9 to 24 other people, you have that ability to just feel like you're more in control of the fight. And I feel like that zoomed out camera that you get with an isometric action RPG style and design lends really well to that, of you feeling a little bit more in control than you do when you're playing a third person action RPG such as Dark Souls itself, or its, you know, it's several related kin at this point. So I'd be interested in his full game. Me too. I definitely am starting to not be super into early access games because I just want to play a game and beat it and be done with it. And so early access to me, unless they need the support in order to be able to finish the game, which normally most devs will be very happy to communicate if that's the position that they're in, because they need money. So, I mean, they're not necessarily happy to communicate it, but they're honest about it that they need money to be able to finish the project. And early access is definitely an alternative to things like Kickstarter or Indiegogo. Is Indiegogo still a thing? Do people still do Indiegogo campaigns? Conversation for later. But I definitely would rather just wait and see that it is fully finished. Those types of games were already Souls games before Souls. I suppose that's a fair point. Like in a general sense, yeah, that's definitely a fair point. I just want to cry when early access wipes everything. That is why I refuse to touch Baldur's Gate 3. I will not be touching Baldur's Gate 3 no matter how badly I want to until that game is complete, until that game is finished, because the fact that you lose your progress in a RPG all the frickin' time in early access is absurd to me. But that Sands of Aura, that's definitely something to keep your eyes out for. I definitely like a lot of what they're showing off here. I'm a really big Soulsian fan. I've enjoyed a lot of the games. I still have not played all of them because there's a lot of games and not enough time. But every single one, with very limited exception, I have found something to enjoy in it, and just the general satisfaction of overcoming difficult bosses and difficult challenges to where it felt like everything was in your control and it was just a matter of you being able to properly execute the actions needed to finish off the boss is something that is just so satisfying. And I think it's definitely one of the reasons why the genre has become so prevalent in the gaming landscape, because if you do get to that point where you are enjoying that satisfaction of overcoming those challenges, it does give you that just long-lasting sense of self-satisfaction of you overcoming that obstacle. And so whenever there's more of these games coming out, it's always something that just kind of makes my ears perk up a little bit. And this game definitely looks good. That doesn't necessarily immediately mean that it'll play good, but it does. But you have a chance to see where it's at right now. I'll probably be throwing it on my wish list and just waiting for the email that says, hey, it's out in 1.0 now, whenever that ends up being. So much of my wish list on Steam is games that either aren't out at all or are games that are in early access. And that's really it. There's only like 4 games that are actually like fully released titles. And I'm just like, yeah, if this ever goes on sale, I'll buy it. But otherwise, it's all just games that I'm waiting to see arrive one day. But that's Sands of Aura. Let me know what your thoughts are on it. If you have played it, if you have bought into the early access and went through it, I'd love to hear from you as well. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you want to keep the conversation elsewhere, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Speaking of Discord, we actually have a channel dedicated to these reactions where you can place links of your own that we can check out together live on stream, because we do stream 4 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy.